Hello, everybody. We're back in Victoria 2, the beginning of 1898. And the first thing we're going to do is annex Newfoundland as soon as our justification is up. They're communists. We're justifying, we're about halfway done, almost 60% done. In about 100 days, or 3 months or so, we're going to go to war with Newfoundland and annex them. Kind of like our version of, instead of Quebec first, we're taking Newfoundland. It's weird. Oh, we got 10 infamy. It's better than 22, to be honest with you. I thought about that after I got off the other day. I'm like, wow, I wasn't discovered, and it was like halfway done. Of course, as soon as I join this one, yeah, let's immediately discover it, but that's okay. I think our next military action will be, it'll be either Spain or one of the other North American states, Colombia or Quebec. Well, Mexico, obviously. As soon as our treaty ends, we're going to war with them. I believe that's 1901. Yeah, it might be this episode. Might not be. Probably next episode, if I had to guess. Actually, I'll turn it down to 2 for now, just because I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. Turn manufacturing all the way up. Naval units should be able to go up to 75, right? They can sustain that? Yeah, that's fine. And then let's turn down taxes again. I forgot. That's a good point. That's the rich. I can't turn everyone down to 50, so... How about 75? Can I turn everyone down to 75? I might have to turn my naval spending back down. Probably. Yeah. That's okay. I'll turn naval spending down to 50, because we really don't need our navy unless we're at war. Especially not fully funded, of course. And still gaining almost $1,000 a day. So that's not bad at all, and we already have 2 million. Money isn't really an issue for us at this point. Someone's trying to influence Oman, aren't they in my sphere? I should probably start influencing them if people are trying to get them. No one is right now. They're all on neutral, but I'll build it up just in case they do. Of course, Sweden is building so slowly, and everyone's trying to take Sweden for some reason. Russia, oh, Russia's down to neutral, but France and Italy are still. Austria, I don't think I'm going to get Austria, because Russia has a bonus, or a head start on me. Our athletes are victorious. Some of our athletes who competed in the recent Olympic Games have been victorious and returned home with medals of gold, silver, and bronze. I'm number 2 in prestige in the world. Who's number 1? Germany. And they have 888, so I'm catching up. I'm about 60 away. I'm number 4 in industry and military power. Industry, the UK's number 1, that's surprising, and then Germany and France. France's military is 44, and yet they're still 4th in the world. That's how high their other stuff is. And military, Germany's number 1, ahead of China. That's kind of surprising. And then the UK, and then me. What I'm trying to do, really, if you just noticed, we're at 70 relations with Germany. I've been trying to increase relations. Because I think I said this in a previous episode, I have no reason to be at war with Germany. The only reason I've went to war with them like 4, 5, 6 times is because they're allied with the UK and have been all game. But I'd really love to ally them because they're probably, one of the strongest great powers in this game. They really are. Especially with France's military being dead, I kind of want to ditch them as an ally. I mean, I would even go so far as ditching France as an ally, dropping them, allying Germany, and then, maybe that would help them decide, hey, let's reconquer our states, because I'm surprised they haven't done it by now. Because at least French Rhineland, they have cores on that, if nothing else. Even if they don't have cores on Alsace-Lorraine or anything, they have cores on French Rhineland, so I'm surprised. And France actually has rebels. Ooh, Young German Brigades and Hessian Nationalists. If either one of those breaks out, I'm sure Germany will step in, probably. But since France... Ooh, we got fuel refinery. That's great. Too bad I'm not reactionary. I'm actually going to ditch France as an ally for now, just because of how weak they are. Actually, I'll wait till I have more influence points, but, more diplomatic points, rather. That's interesting. Bavarian Red Guards, and it looks like Bavaria... Ooh, Austin is oil now. Looks like they have no army in Bavaria. I don't know. Do they have an army? No, their army's dead, and they're a great power. That's rip on them. Everyone has rebels right now. Polish nationalists about to take over. At least 60,000, and Russia's army probably can't handle that, or they're nowhere near. There's some Croatian nationalists. I don't know if they'll succeed. That's really and Italian rebels too. White army and citizen guard. Looks like the Italian army's gonna take care of them pretty easily, except for the ones on Sardinia. Sassara, I guess, yeah, Sardinia, whatever. That's interesting. We're gonna have to see how the world. Even Spain has rebels. That is ridiculous. Red Guards. So I think the world's gonna change a lot. If Spain goes communist and loses their allies, I'm gonna attack them ASAP. Let me just tell you that, because I was kind of iffy because I figured they seemed kind of powerful because they beat France and took a state. But then also because they had allied with the UK and Italy, I really didn't want to fight either one of them. I didn't care about Belgium too much. But if Spain goes communist and loses their allies, I will definitely justify against them ASAP. Because just me against Spain, I think I can hold that off. All I have to do is kill their ships so they can't leave, or block their ports. Ottomans have gone bankrupt. That's fine. Sympathy strike. Workers in a machine shop and one of our... I think I've already read one of these events before, so just pause and read it if you want. Tonga region become more socialist. Honestly, I don't care. Tonga has hated me all this game. I mean, since I've colonized them, they've hated my guts, so... Truth be told, I don't care. Ontario. Honestly, if Ontario wants to, rise up, go ahead. I'll kill them all. As bad as that sounds. The schools in Albuquerque are heavily geared towards supporting the small Yankee minority there, and as a result, our Mexican citizens feel oppressed. Albuquerque, New Mexico. While allowing some temporary leniency in these policies could be beneficial to our technological progress, it could also be a seed of Mexican revolution and an end to our rule here. Mitigate the policies slightly, which gives non-accepted cultures consciousness, but also gives us research points, or we just lose research points. Why not? Mexican is not an accepted culture. I don't understand why. There should be an event to give Mexican accepted culture if we capture like all the Mexican states, but what do I know? Maybe like you get it after more people migrate or whatever, but okay. Unfortunately, Ontario is one of the only states in our country that is having trouble. We have no state administrative efficiency. New Brunswick is gaining because they're an actual state, but... Oh, also, during the 12 years, I did not actually make any states, even though I could have. We can annex that. I did not make any states of any of the places, and that's because I wanted to try and get a reactionary government first, and more people voting that aren't reactionary is not going to help me any. So I figured I'd wait until I get reactionary, then I'll make them all states, but reactionary hasn't happened yet, so I'm kind of just waiting, They have 0 army, right? Yeah, so I assume I'm not going to get influence from Quebec or get access through Quebec. Do I have any troops near here? I don't think so. How about I post a... Ooh, I don't even know who all these guys are, to be completely honest with you. This unit is missing some guys. I need to replace them. So I'm going to place them in Ontario in case they revolt. And that'll be my Rebel Hunter unit, pretty much. Transport ship, please. 18 ships. 12. Yeah, that'll carry that unit, and I'll just use these guys to conquer Uruguay, I guess. Sure, why not? Tax efficiency. The Balfour Declaration, which would give cores to Israel, Israeli land, which I don't really want because they're owned by Egypt right now. Oil in Oklahoma City, that's nice. Oil in Houston, that's nice. I'll bring these guys up to whatever that is, just to... Actually, where's my other transport ships? I know I have some. And that's why I want to unally France, because they're at war with somebody now. I would honestly not be surprised if it's Germany. Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I would side with Germany on this one, if I could. I'm definitely not going to help France. Sorry. I mean, France is just too weak. I would not want to fight that. Because France will get completely swarmed and then lose the war, even if I was to blockade Germany, because I'm not sending my troops over there. I'm no longer allied with France, so can I ally Germany? Not quite yet. Almost. And they'll definitely win. Germany's forces will crush France. And Russia, for that matter. And Austria, because Austria is tiny, so... Germany, I think, could by themselves take out Russia, France, and Austria. Although, unfortunately, I don't think the Polish rebels are going to win now if Germany kills them and takes their land. I kind of do want independent Poland. That'd be cool. Because it looks like everyone else here is getting independence. Bulgaria, Hungary, you know. Oh, we can go up to speed 3 now. Oh, when does this Casus Belli expire? Because I'll wage war right beforehand. April 1899, so, okay. And where are my transport fleets? Balboa, that's where they are. There's my other army, too. I was like, I feel like I'm missing somebody, but I don't know where. Okay, I'll have them go up here, and, yeah. These guys actually don't need to go up north at all. They can just stay in Texas, or, I don't know, whatever that is. I think that's Arkansas. Yeah, I was right. Railroads. Once my men are in place, yeah. Oh, I should probably pick up these guys too, because lol. That would make sense. Excuse me. We'll take their capital straight away. And I'll have one unit on whatever island this is, Newfoundland, and then one in northern Newfoundland. I don't know what this is called, really. Hey, elections. Let's hope maybe we can get reactionary. I don't know. Isn't one of these, like... Yeah, Prince Edward Island. I think that's its own, whatever they call it. Province? Question mark? Aren't these called provinces in Canada? The states, instead of states, they're called provinces and territories. Sorry, as I said, it's late. I think I said it's late. I don't know. I know they're not called states. They're territories, and I think they're called provinces, to be honest. It might just be Vic2 messing with me, but yeah. I know IRL Prince Edward Island is its own province, or whatever they call it, you know. Which is pretty cool. Moralism. As soon as my men are... Okay, my men are already in position. Let's wage. Why am I losing money? No idea. Oh, probably because construction is all the way up. Greek liberation of West Macedonia against the Ottomans. That's fine. Good for you guys. Even though I kind of want Greece to suffer, because they're no good or... Wow, Ottomans are destroyed. If I wanted anything from them, if this was a conquest game, I would so take it. But yeah, declare war, conquest. I'll invite a couple people. Oh, nobody will actually join. Okay, that's fine. I was going to invite my South American buddies, but if they don't want to join, I already have 22 from blockades. That's great. Go capture their capital, St. John's. And you go capture... There's only 4 provinces in the whole state. There's Port Hope Simpson, Hopedale, and that makes up the whole northern section. And then on the island, there's Millertown and St. John's, which is the capital. That's it. We got prestige gain from the tech, continuing issue of orders, tax efficiency. I feel like the music's up a little bit loud. To be fair, I might turn it down in a second. I don't know why it seems louder now than it usually does. It seems like our Navy tech is a little bit low, or Army tech, rather. Everything before culture and whatever. Ooh, rebels. Why are there random rebels there? Well, I think my units are already heading there, because they know. Jingoism. Ew, not anti-military. This unit's already heading there, right? Yeah, we got it. Easy. This is a random hussar that, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do with the random hussars. I think I should just keep them in mind. And there's there's a crisis in Slovakia. Where is that again? I know that's like Austrian or Hungarian land. Slovakia. This? Yeah, that whole state, I think, they want independence from Hungary. That's interesting. That'd be hilarious if that whole area broke up in the 1890s. The Austrian Empire just collapsed. Is anyone gonna back Slovakia? I'm not. I'm not backing anybody. Oh, they are. Maybe? Aw, that sucks. That'd be funny. Because that kind of weakens everybody there. It just makes me a little bit stronger by... Everyone likes free trade, so I'll just take its own course. Yeah, Austria's dead. I'm hoping this war will end soon, so Russia's Polish rebels can win. Hey, we gained Prince Edward Island as core. Yeah, Russia's dead. France is dead. They're getting occupied everywhere from Cheyenne as oil. And Russia is dead from rebels. I mean, that's Germany starting up north. They haven't even touched oh, they're touching Poland now. That's sad. It's disappointing. Because the rebels can't even win while Russia's at war. Because they're at war. And so... What was I doing? These are probably captured, yeah. There we go. We're gonna win soon enough. And we only have 6 infamy, which is great. Is Spain in this war? No, they're not, but it looks like the rebels lost. Question mark. Yeah, their rebels lost. Oh no, the rebels are still there a little bit. Anyways, their business is none of mine. Italy, if they were smart, Italy would just wage war on Austria now for any cores they have. Don't they still have cores there? Yeah, they're still missing a couple cores, so... There we go, full siege Newfoundland. There we go. Newfoundland is now a state of the USA. Joined our mighty alliance. The UK expanded their war with France to acquire Normandy. That's hilarious. It's the second time they've done that. They also want to acquire French Sierra Leone, which is in Africa, so I don't care. Yeah, that's hilarious. I honestly hope that Germany gets their state back and Britain gets Normandy. Early game, I was thinking France would be my greatest ally and stuff, but now it's just like kind of funny. I don't even care about them anymore. If I can get relations up with Germany, I'll just ally them instead. Because France is a lost cause. I don't know what happened. I guess that first Great War just destroyed them because their military has been dead ever since. They're having rebels and everything else. It's just terrible. Bavarian White Army. And since Bavaria is not at war, these rebels are probably going to win. The Red Guards. That's interesting. I know for a fact we've read this one, because I remember the poem. All socialists in Colorado lose consciousness, and all socialists gain militancy. All rich strata in Colorado gain militancy and consciousness. I guess that's fine, I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, these rebels are probably going to win, because I don't think 3 units can win against 28. If they can capture the capital, they got it. Which is interesting. I don't know how that'll work. Sure, Egypt, I'll ally. I don't know why you broke our alliance. Question. Probably after I got some infamy under my belt. Next, I don't know if I want to go after Spain or one of the North American allies. I mean, with Spain, I really don't want to send troops over there anyways. I just want to take Cuba and Puerto Rico. American communists. One is in Hawaii. That's bad. Religion is not a political issue. Moralism. One's in Hawaii. That means I need to get there ASAP. Actually, it doesn't matter. It's not Hawaiian nationalists, so I don't need to get there. UK also wants to acquire Picard. Are you kidding me? Picard is that state, so they want orange and purple. That's hilarious. I don't know how much Germany's going to accept, because they're the war leader. They're going to get whatever they want, I think, first. So I don't know how much they're going to give to the UK, but that's going to be funny. Now with the UK not having influence in North America anymore, I can start increasing relations again. The only other thing I might want to go to war with them for is, like, territory-wise, maybe Belize. Give that for the USCA or something. But I don't even know how to do that unless I just waged war with them on something else and then invited the USDA and they added the war goal. So, I mean, that's probably not going to happen at all. It's just an idea. So, yeah, I can start increasing relations with the UK again. Not really my biggest concern. Will they form an alliance? Not quite yet. Maybe in a month or two after I increase relations. Poor Sweden. I want to liberate Sweden again because that's sad. But, you know, everyone's trying to influence them and it sucks. Russia is allied with France, Bavaria. Oh, their allies suck. Because look at that. They're allied with some Chinese and the French who suck. Bavaria who sucks because they have no military. They're about to turn commie. Serbia and the Ottomans who are dead. That's hilarious. That's so cute. I think after the Bavaria, So I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, rather than my wars, I might actually go to war with Russia for Sweden. Nope, we're still democratic. That sucks. That's disappointing. 28% for Southern Democrats. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, but we need to get over the hurdle. Democratic is at 50. Oh well. Yeah, what do you guys think? Should I go to war with Russia? Like, once the Great Wars and everything are over, once Bavaria flips to communist. Oh, Bavaria's my ally too. Lol, I forgot about that. Once they flip to communist and have no allies and therefore break their alliance with Russia, should I just go to war with Russia for Sweden cores? Swedish cores demand they release all Swedish cores. It looks like Sweden gave up their cores on Finland, unfortunately. But, you know. Should I demand all the... they get their cores back, or what? I don't know, maybe I'd do a humiliation against Russia and invite Sweden. Once I already have troops over there and stuff, and then they can add their own cores, I don't know. Why am I losing money? Oil in Topeka. It's okay that I'm losing money. It really doesn't matter. Right now. Not until I get down to like 2 million, then I have to worry. Oh yeah, we're killing all the commies. Forgot about that. And I'm on speed 4 right now just because I'm like... Actually... What do we need to refill this unit, right? We have the 2 horses, the 4 cannons. We need 1 guard, 1 engineer, and 1 infantry. Are our other units already built? Yeah, they are. 1 guard. 1 guard. 1 engineer. And 1 infantry. Let's find a decent one that's not too overpowered like New York. Can I find one of those? Apparently not. Let's just do New Orleans. And they will go to Omaha instead of Omaha. Since Omaha's already had its fair share of stuff, let's just bring them right to the source. And with that, I think I'm going to end off this episode. It looks like next episode, or the episode after that, we're going to go to war with Mexico for our cores again. And then for our final 3 states, California, Nevada, Utah, and Arizona, I think we can squeeze them all into one war. And then sometime in the near future, we're going to annex Colombia and Quebec, and then go to war with Spain for Cuba. Maybe some other territorial wars just to help our allies out and make the map look prettier. I was thinking about, like I said this episode, freeing up Sweden. Maybe I was going to try and like form Yugoslavia somehow, but I don't really see how I can do that. Because I can't do that, because unless I annexed all the territory and then released it, or I help like Serbia get it or something, but that seems like a little bit of a stretch. Like I said before, Egypt, maybe maybe I could release Iraq, because they have cores there. I can demand that the Ottomans release Iraq, and then they would be not a satellite, they would be in my sphere, and they'd be my ally, I think. So that'd be cool. Just like things to make the map look neater, or make my enemies suffer, like taking Iraq from the Ottomans. It wouldn't really do much for me, but it would help. It would help destabilize the Ottomans a little more. You know. I want to get all the Middle East in my sphere again that isn't conquered. Will Oman ally me? No, not quite. Anyways, with that, let me know what you think. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.